Hi, I'm Harold Bell for the Legends of Inside Sports and the Way We Work. October 30th, 2014 marked the 40th anniversary of one of the most important fights in boxing history. Heavyweight champion George Foreman and the greatest Muhammad Ali in Kinshasa, Zaire, now known as the Rumble in the Jungle. It was over 40 years ago Ali did the unthinkable against all odds. He knocked out Big George Foreman in the 8th round. However, what took place days following the fight was just as historical. A story that has never been told until now. Ali, before leaving Chicago, had promised me I would be his first call on his arrival back in America. He kept his word. I was a little-known, pioneering radio sports talk show host in Washington, D.C. My camera crew, Rodney Brown and Will Williams. We packed our bags with no money or gas and only Will's credit card. We arrived in New York City in the wee hours of the morning for an exclusive one-on-one interview with the heavyweight champion of the world. For the very first time, 3 independent Black American journalists were able to sit down with the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world for a one-of-a-kind interview. We scooped legendary television sportscaster, the late Howard Cosell, 60 Minutes, and their entire sports media world. The interview was not centered around Ali's historic win. The focus was being a superstar in the most important game being played in the world today, the game called life. Ali, for the very first time in his storybook career, sat down for an interview with bruises on his face and a black eye. He gave a very candid, enlightening, sometimes funny, uncensored, and uncut interview, allowing me full access to the real Muhammad Ali. Now here's former actor, producer, and Emmy Award winner, Robert Hooks. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Robert Hooks. Being a native Washingtonian and a dedicated sports enthusiast, I naturally became an early fan, follower, and ultimately a lifetime friend of the city's legendary sports journalist and broadcaster, the bold, the inimitable Harold Bell, my friend HB. He's a true unapologetic maverick and rightfully one of DC's sports reporting icons. Truly. There have been many great interviews with Muhammad Ali over the years, but when I saw this deeply intimate, informal, and spiritually revealing dialogue with the champ, I was literally blown away. Harold Bell created a setting that allowed Muhammad to share with us a deep understanding and experience of who he really is when the cameras seem to disappear. Warmly intimate, personal, and for today's youth, very inspirational. This unique piece shows us a different Muhammad Ali. I'm extremely pleased to be able to bring you this revealing glimpse of the great Muhammad Ali in this sit-down talk with the man who often is referred to as the godfather of sports talk. Let's watch.
Everybody's always talking about the controversial Muhammad Ali, heavyweight champion of the world. I talked with Muhammad, and here's what he had to say about all this.
A lot of people, a lot of things change. Time brings about a change. People forget. You know, Kennedy, Martin Luther King are dead, Nat King Cole, or people like Dinah Washington. I can go on and you didn't think about it, I just mentioned them. Planes crashed with 150 people on it, lawyers and people of all walks of life, and next day it's all news. So these things happened then, and they believe they were right when they said them, and it's all over. And we don't hold things against people. See, once you develop the heart quality, it becomes a forgiving quality. So life is as we look at it. If you wish to find faults, you can find faults in the best people in the world. If you wish to find good points, you can find good points in the worst people in the world. So once you get enough sympathy, enough love for mankind, enough understanding, then you overlook little faults, little errors, little mistakes. So whatever they said about me, it's all over, and I don't have time to really worry about it, because when you criticize and condemn others, you're overlooking the same element in yourself. And now whatever they did wrong, it's the same thing in me. So I worry about straightening up. Yeah, boxing is an art. It's like you said, it's hit, not be hit, rhythm and timing, footwork, a left jab, right cross. You know, might slip a punch by 2 inches, then tag it. He might throw a left jab, and you might pull back just enough to get away. He might stop from a half inch and hit you and back over with the right hand. It's all time and rhythm. Everything's in motion. So, but fighting is more like a Joe Frazier. Just put your head down and come in, take punches just to hit, nose hanging off, ears twisted, eyes crossed. Just don't care. But boxers, one like Sugar Ray Robinson was in his day, or Joe Louis, myself, people, you know how I dance and jump around. Even I'm laying on the ropes, I'm not getting hit, I'm blocking them. That's called the rope-a-dope, the new style of the Mirage. It's a science. So that's how they're different. George Foreman is a slugger too. That's how he lost the fight, if you remember. He just put his head down, just kept swinging and didn't realize where he was hitting. He just wanted to hit. Bull loses his head. A fighter is one who loses his head, he can't think. But a man who's smart, taking his time, jab, you know, I miss a right hand, he'd hit me. And then when I get him in the ropes, he wouldn't lose his head and slug it out. He'd just back off and tell me to come on out to the center of the ring. That's a boxer. The slugger's one who just put, like a girl, you know, just get mad and she told a lie on you, darling. She did. I can't stand and start pulling hair, just get mad.
I am so pleased to have been able to share with you this warm, illuminating chat between Muhammad Ali and sports journalist pioneer Harold Bell. Thank you for joining us in this most extraordinary video with a man who profoundly deserves the moniker, the greatest.